Welcome to another episode of the Miami Comedy Podcast. I'm Manny Garavito, and I go live every day-ish. Emphasis on the ish. But before we get this podcast started, I'd first like to say thank you all very much for tuning in once again. Rodrigo says it's been a long time. It hasn't been that long. Oh no, Rodrigo says straight out of Kendall. Superstar Miami says it's been a long time. Yes. Thank you very much for realizing that I've been missing. Oh my God, I feel loved. Thank you. Yeah, I know that I've been taking a break. I needed a break. Doing a podcast every day and talking randomly about topics in the city of Miami can be a little laborsome. And now that I'm back, I've realized that I miss it very much. Talking every day to people on the internet is a lot of fun. I'm laying down in bed and I'm realizing that I'm bored and I got to talk to somebody about something. And when did I take a break? I think I took a break during the Oscars when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. I was like, I'll let the internet take care of this for a little while. I decided to be like, you know what? There's going to be a big uproar tomorrow on the slap. Let me just take a break. I don't want to be just another voice talking about this topic. Now, of course, I wrote the memes, and then I went on live on April Fool's Day, and then we wrote some jokes together. So I want to thank everybody for still coming out to the show, even though we're taking a quick break. But with that being said, let's talk about Kendall. Shout out to Kendall for being one of the blandest areas in Miami. And because Kendall is so bland, people go there thinking there's not going to be a lot of people. And lo and behold, it's some of the worst traffic Miami has ever seen in the area. You got to admit, the traffic in Kendall is very impressive. You're stuck in gridlock and you're like, where are all these people coming from? I didn't even know this many people lived in Kendall. And, I went online and I started researching about Kendall and the history of it, or at least last 5 minutes that I could kind of like browse and see what Kendall is all about. It turns out Kendall is one of the areas in Miami that doesn't have a governing body the way Coral Gables or Doral does. It's not incorporated. According to YouTube, which is a great source for knowledge. According to somebody on YouTube, they said you don't have to pay extra taxes the same way you do in Coral Gables or in Doral when you move to Kendall. So that's why a lot of people move to that area. Kendall is such an open space, and you know why it's such an open space? Because it's right above Homestead. Homestead is the area of Miami that we all like to forget about conveniently. It's where people ride their horses, people plant farms. Last I heard, somebody's raising and probably racing ostriches over in Homestead. You don't know. Here's the thing about Homestead. You drive down Chrome Ave, you go straight down, you look around, it's nothing but open territory, but it's owned by somebody. You'll come across groups of cows. You'll come across people riding a horse in the middle of nowhere. Just somebody on the side of the road riding a horse. And it's Tuesday. It's 5:30 p.m. on a Tuesday, some guy on a horse over in Homestead. So you don't want to be that deep into the woods of Miami. So what do? You go a little more up north, and then you go to Kendall. And Kendall's a little bit more of a suburban area. I don't know why Arod called the place the hood. But I guess you become so rich that any place becomes the hood. I think that's what happened. Imagine being that rich where you can completely downsize an entire city because it's no longer in your tax bracket. I want to be so rich to call Brickell the hood. What are your goals? Some people would say, I want to retire at the age of 30. I want to make sure my parents never work again. I want to be so rich that I call Brickell the hood. Now, that is an extra level of luxury where you start, calling places no longer white picket fence, no longer the suburbs. Now it's just like, man, those guys are nowhere near my level. That's the hood. You mean Coral Gables? Yo, man, I'm just not there anymore. All right. Mentally, I'm no longer a Coral Gables guy. I'm the Shark Tank guy. And speaking of Shark Tank, I hope you guys like my meme. I was thinking today, this morning, man, I was like, man, now that I didn't know Arod was from Kendall, that's impressive. Think about what Kendall has to offer to people. Exactly, literally, Miami. Malibu's most wanted. Absolutely. People in Homestead be living their life. Absolutely. I can't agree with you guys more. I'm not upset that Kendall and Homestead exist. I think they're amazing additions to the city. And I think because of Homestead and Kendall, the city is a more diverse place. And people can move over to Kendall. If I had a wish for the population problem in the city of Miami, I would wish that everybody would move to Kendall. Okay? Go to Kendall. Pay less taxes. Contribute to the traffic there. Do your thing. You know how much money Blue Martini is making in Kendall for being the only nightlife option in the area? Blue Martini knows what they're doing. All right? I've picked up girls that live in Kendall, and she's like, oh, I don't want to go far. I want to stay somewhere nearby. And I go, to where? Bahama Breeze? There's nothing going on. And that's what I love about Kendall. Like, you go there to live there. You go from Kendall, you don't pay taxes, you fight the traffic to go to the places that are popping. You go to Wynwood, you go to Miami Beach from Kendall. Kendall's the home base. Don't move to Kendall. No! Let me go over here to the chat. I updated the studio, guys, so bear with me here. First of all, shout out to Self-Worth Movement. Thank you very much for getting a badge. I really appreciate that. Financial freedom, one badge at a time. And here's what I'm going to do, guys. If I get enough badges, I'll move to Kendall. I can afford a place in Kendall. You don't pay taxes. So let's get back to Arod here. Arod really has a lot of nerve calling Kendall the hood. But I think what Arod did is he opened up the floodgates for being wealthy, where you can call an entire area subpar because of how wealthy you are. So just the same way that things change. People want to be non-binary. Disney's going gay. Inflation. The pandemic. Now places that weren't the hood are now the hood. I think those are the kinds of changes that are happening in America now. How bad is inflation? How bad are the prices in Miami that you're now living in the hood also? You wake up one day and now Arod calls your home the hood? Since when? It's official now. I'm in the hood. When you got a rich guy calling your place the hood, how do you react to that? Do you go on Twitter? Clown world. Huh? Do you go on Twitter and do you call out Arod? It's like, hey, Arod, I paid $500,000 for this home. The last I checked, okay, hey, you know what, Arod? If my home is the hood, why don't you invest in the hood? That's what you should do. You should go. Somebody from Kendall go to Shark Tank and troll Arod. Hi, my name is Manny Garavito. Kendall is an area in Miami that is not incorporated, and I'm here to raise funds to incorporate Kendall. With the money, we can now start taxing the people there and get this place out of the hood status. Am I right, Arod? What is my asking offer? $500,000. You can buy the whole hood with $500,000? No, that's how much mortgage I got to pay for living in this quote-unquote hood. That is Kendall. So help me out. I would troll Arod. I think there should be an entire Shark Tank episode of people from Kendall asking Arod for investments. I think that's a good idea. I think as a retaliation, there should be like a prank where all the contestants on Shark Tank are people from Kendall. And everybody goes out except Arod. He has to do he has to hear the last pitch and make the last decision. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. Arod. Arod, he's from Kendall. Don't leave him hanging. Look, man, I know you're from the same hood that I'm from, but to be honest, I don't really think flaunting a tube is a good investment, so I'm out. You turned your back on the hood, Arod. Oh. A-Rod, you used to be down with us, man. What happened? You got a little bit of money and you forgot about your people in the hood? Incorporate Kendall as the hood. Leave Kendall unincorporated. Hey, man, we all got to make a buck somehow. And if it takes incorporating Kendall, well, let's talk about what Kendall has to offer. Kendall has no nightlife. The only nightlife Kendall has to offer is what? Hot Wheels, the inline skating rink, which I think anybody past the age of 21 goes there, I think you're going to be frowned upon. Okay, I don't really think anyone in their mid-20s and up go to Hot Wheels. Is it called Hot Wheels? I haven't been there in years. I don't know. You know why? Because I'm a responsible adult. I don't got time to go to Kendall and start skating around, listening to Power 96 music. The last time I went there, house music was popping in Power 96. I know what I want, and I want it now. I want you, because I'm Mr. Vane. 14 years old, skating around. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. I also heard there's a skating rink in Kendall. Never been there either. Would like to check it out. That's it. Last time I was in Kendall, I went to Blue Martini, and it was popping. Too many people at the Kendall Blue Martini, in my opinion. A lot of fine girls, though. If you want to find yourself a nice... But here's the thing. If a place doesn't have a lot of options for nightlife, you're most likely capable of finding somebody to fall in love with. Now, hear me out. Hear me out, Instagram. DJ Laz is the hood of Kendall. DJ Laz is from the hood of Kendall, exactly. Now, I want you guys to hear me out. And because of Kendall, I came up with this theory. Recently, I went over to the Blue Martini in Kendall, and it was bumping. Not going to lie. Right next to Tap 42. Crazy. You go in there, it's wilder than some of the nightclubs you see in Wynwood. To be quite honest, I went into the Blue Martini in Kendall. The music was great. They were playing like reggaeton mixed with like they were playing like Bad Bunny mixed with Notorious B.I.G. It was dope. I'm like, yo, this DJ is amazing. In a Blue Martini? Now, Blue Martini can also hit you up. I'm still sober, right? I got a soda, but the two girls I was with, not to brag, she brought her friend. They wanted vodka cranberry. And so those three drinks ran me $42. Now, I'm not going to cause a ruckus. We're all trying to have a good time. I just got grinded on, so I'm not that. You can't get mad if you just got grinded on. You know what I mean? Your stress levels go down. There's something about a girl grinding on you that really helps you relieve stress. Right? Just all my problems and anxieties just melt away when there's a booty on your crotch. So you know what? $42 it is, and I don't even care if tip is included. Here's another $8. Here's $50 for 3 drinks, Blue Martini. Thank you for providing a nightlife for me to get a preview of this sex. All right? So, when I was in Blue Martini, I was looking around, and age was not a factor. You saw young, you saw old, you saw Latinas, you saw gringas, you saw everything. Everything was there. And they were all having a great time. There was not one overpopulating demographic. I mean, of course, other than the fact that we're a Latino city, but still, it was still a good combination in comparison to what you would see at another nightclub, especially when it comes to age. Dude, I saw people in their 50s grinding, which was awesome because I think that was a married couple. Whoever those two were, they look like they've been happily married for years, and Blue Martini is just providing them an avenue to continue staying happy in their marriage. So long live Blue Martini in Kendall for providing the nightlife that city needs, man. Superstar says, I can't take Arod serious after his breakup with J-Lo and starting a makeup line. You know, some people will do anything to get back with that booty. All right? I'll never forget when Arod broke up with J-Lo, and then the next morning he posted a video of him working out, like dancing. It was kind of cringy, right? The way he did that, it was like, look, King, don't even worry about it. It was just your turn. I really wish Arod wouldn't have been so affected, because Arod is a good representation. Everybody had their eyes on Arod when he broke up with J-Lo, because J-Lo is a beautiful woman, right? Great body, looks great for her age. But let's face it, she's still J-Lo from the block. There's a reason she came up with that song, J-Lo, I'm still J-Lo from the block. Because she goes around it, all right? She finds a lot, and you can't blame her. Look, first of all, I don't want to come off like I'm shaming her. I'm not. I'm just saying she's a very wanted woman, particularly by celebrities. Singers, athletes, actors, businessmen, they're all going for it. You can't deny it. And Arod is from the hood. Hey, there you go. There's the joke. J-Lo's from the block and Arod is from the hood. That's why it didn't work out. Either that or it was a match made in heaven and they couldn't make it work out. Hey, you know what, guys? That is a great job. That is a good one right there. Talking about the hood? No, talking about the block, and then you guys brought in the hood. Congratulations. That was a great find. No wonder it didn't work out. J-Lo is from the block, and Arod is from the hood. That ain't gonna work out, man. Or how else can we word that? There's so many ways to word that joke. All right, I'll come up with it. I'll post it later on this evening. I'll try to word it. I think we should just leave it at that, right? I think that's good enough. J-Lo and Arod didn't work out because one is from the block and the other is from the hood. So, yeah. So, I can't stop thinking about how great that is. All right. Let's move on, shall we? So, when it comes to Kendall, one thing that I really like about it is it's just one of those areas in Miami that is just full of people. A lot of people live there. It's so spacious, even though the traffic there is really bad. W. Blanco says, tag me. No, you didn't make that connection. You know what? I don't care. Yeah, sure. I'll give you a shout out. Either that or I'll make like a video clip of me connecting that where the chat is saying, oh, it's from the hood and from the block. All right, let's move on. Hold on. I got a couple of points to make before we end this podcast today. This is the big comeback. So Kendall is one of those places that I really praise in the city of Miami. I like it. I think it's one of the places that is underrated in our city. I think it's one of the places that, even though there's not a lot to do, it provides homes. It's more affordable than a lot of other places. And it being more affordable, you don't have to worry about it being the hood, which is ironic, which is absolutely ironic to have someone like Arod say it's the hood when it's probably the most affordable place and one of the best places to live in Miami, in my opinion. That is, I'm talking about value here. Okay, for the price, you can get a good place in Kendall without having to pay the extra taxes. That's my point. But Arod, being so wealthy, he completely forgot what a hood is, or the financial status of his neighborhood or his area of the city, or whatever. So I think, number one, I think there should be an episode where we prank Arod on Shark Tank, where we get nothing but people from his old hood, right? Maybe we should also have an episode where, not even an episode, I think there should just be a documentary about how fast the socioeconomic climate is changing in America, that you can wake up one morning and an athlete celebrity calls your neighborhood the hood, and you're still here stuck with mortgage payments. You got a job at the bank, you shop at Costco, you just came back from Power Wheels or Hot Wheels or whatever, and then now you're in the hood from one day to the next just because some guy that's wealthy calls your place. Is that how it works? Did the home prices go down in Kendall ever since Arod said this? Is Kendall now a seller's market? No, it's a buyer's market because the price goes down, right? Kendall! What up, Dr. Fibre? All right, let's go ahead and end it here, guys. So let's make a couple of quick announcements before we end the podcast. First of all, it's great to be back. I know it's been too long. I like it. I like podcasting. It's just doing it daily. It's a bit rough. But now that I've got some good direction here, I can kind of keep going. So Kendall is great. Shout out to Kendall. Arod, thank you for providing the memes for today. I really appreciate it. Sometimes you got to give props to the people that allow comedy to happen. And Arod, today you took the World Series title for today. Every day, some celebrity, some hot topic, trending news story takes the cake when it comes to meme writing. So thank you, Arod, for providing that meme today. Okay? Who will provide it tomorrow? And the day after? Oh my God, there's so much to look forward to when it comes to writing comedy based on these things. Oh, what is next? So tonight I'm excited because tonight we are starting our brand new comedy show over at The One on Sunset. It's actually called The One on Sunset. It's located in Coral Gables. Funny, we were just talking about Coral Gables, right above Kendall. So shout out to Kendall. If you want to drive up a couple of minutes, go to The One on Sunset. It's located where Swenson's used to be, which used to be like a family-owned ice cream shop. Now it's a family-owned restaurant, including the ice cream shop. So if you want to dine, you want to drink some beer, you want some wine, or you want some dessert, we add a little live stand-up comedy to that. And that is going to be tonight. We have two shows weekly, by the way. We have a Thursday show and a Saturday show. So Thursday, tonight, is going to be our first show there. All right? And it's tonight at 9 o'clock. Very intimate. The lighting is nice. We've got a stage. It's a professional setup. Okay? It's not like janky where it's like in the corner of the bar or some weird thing like that. It's got a nice setup, good seats, tables, everything you need for a good show. So just go to miamicomedy.com if you want to join us this evening. You're going to see it right there, The One on Sunset. Click on it, make your reservations. And then if you can't make it tonight, go to the Saturday night show. Same place. And that's also going to be at 9 o'clock. If not tomorrow, Friday, we're at Thank You Miami once again. And then Sunday at Tipsy Flamingo. There we are. Look, 2 shows Monday, a show Tuesday, nothing Wednesday yet. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 7 shows a week. We're back, baby. All right? Wednesday's show will come, and that show will be in May. There's a rumor that the place that I was offered to do a Wednesday night show will open at the end of May. Brittany had Kendall tatted on her heart. All right. Thanks for sharing, I guess. So, oh, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. She probably does. Okay. That's more of an inside joke. Not anything to put on the chat there, the Kirsch, but okay. Got it. All right. So tonight, comedy show, Friday, comedy show, Saturday and Sunday, comedy show. It's good to be back to do the Miami Comedy Podcast. If you want to support the podcast, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the little the bell button. I believe that if you guys put the notifications button, you guys will be able to see when I go live. I think that will be the best way because I would like to experiment different times, in case I ever feel like taking a break again. If I just go live randomly and you guys are like free and you look at your phone and you see the notification, you can then just jump into the live stream. That would be great and more convenient for the both of us. The t-shirts are already in print. They will be arriving probably next week. We got a brand new black and white design available, both NFTs. All right, so you guys can own a little piece of this NFT through t-shirts. Go to miamicomedy.com/shop. We'll be putting the links up shortly, or you can also buy them on the Eventbrite before going out to the comedy show. Thank you all very much for coming back. All right, I really appreciate this. This is now my brand new avenue for stand-up comedy. doing it virtually like this and seeing your hearts. Instead of hearing your applause, instead of hearing your laughter, I just see the hearts and the laughing faces on the chat. Way more satisfactory to me. You know why? Because I'm in the comfort of my own home and you're in the comfort of wherever you are. At least I hope it's comfortable. Okay? I'll see you guys tomorrow. It is Friday, so I'll probably be on, let's see, 5. Give me 6:15, 6:30 tomorrow, okay? Because I have a coaching client, but they moved it back 1 hour, so I have a little extra time. But just in case it takes a little longer, 6:30 tomorrow, Friday. All right, guys. Have a great Thursday night. Hope to see you at a show soon.